Hey family, what is up? Just taking a minute to make sure that everything is working properly. And I got everything set up the way that I needed to be set up. Let me see something. There we go. All right, so I hope and pray that everybody out there is in a place of peace at the moment. With everything that's going on in the world today, a lot of us, um, if you're anything like me, powerful person, but you're struggling right now because a lot of illusions are being casted over us. We came from dealing with psychological warfare on a minuscule basis, but now it seems to be global. There's a lot of corruption going on. And so I wanted to do this video to kind of offer you guys absolute truth. You understand what I'm saying? So that we can break these chains off our minds today. And with that being said, I'm gonna get started. I don't know how long this video is going to be able to be. To those of you who are new, possibly all of you, this is a new channel. I did have a channel before called Church Off in These Streets. That channel got hijacked. So if you see anybody posting on that channel, it's not me. All right. I am your girl, Big Sis Rue, also known as Minister S.C. Fulton. I am the CEO of New Covenant Universal Ministries. It's God's channel, so he's the founder, right? Um, I want to say all praise be the source before I get into this message. Um, you guys are really important to me. This is an assignment from source, so I come with intention and dedication. Uh, so today the message will be about. I did post some messages before, but they didn't really resonate with my spirit and where I am right now, right? Because I was previously indoctrinated by way of Western civilization, religious teachings, and Source calls us to come out from beyond that. Now, I don't knock Christians, and their beliefs. I don't knock anybody in their beliefs, but as for me, these are my beliefs. So I've shifted from Western civilization, indoctrination, and I'm starting to, really be in a space where, I'm remembering who I am. Okay. And that's why I'm here. I want you guys to remember also, because we were taught to believe and think certain thoughts that don't resonate with us. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this introduction. Now I'm reading from a teleprompter. Don't judge me, right? I'm trying to make sure I got it all together for you guys. And so I want to welcome you, beloved seekers. Today we're gathered not for belief, but for knowing. Then this is a space beyond doctrine, beyond fear, beyond borrowed truth. It's not our truth that we were resonating with previously, right? That's why we're in the place that we're in. A lot of things seem bleak, okay? Because the veil is being lifted. So what you thought was true is the illusions that were previously casted over you are falling away, and there's a confusion that's setting in your mind because you no longer resonate with those things. Okay. So here we speak of Gnosis, direct knowing of the divine, the remembrance of who you truly are. Gnosis is not taught, it is awakened. And I want to say something. We are not part of that woke party. We, within our awakening, have become alive again. I previously spoke on the channel Church Off in These Streets about the Valley of Bones in the book of Ezekiel, right? And in that book, Source is speaking to Ezekiel and he's asking Ezekiel, can these bones become alive again? Well, indeed, they can. And this is what Source was telling God, like, speak to the people and wake them up, bring them back to life, breathe new life into them. I did a tarot reading on my other channel, and I said, God cannot fill old wineskins with new wine because the old wineskins, the firmament from the new wine will burst the old wineskins. And so he's refilling us at this time. All right. And so it is the inner revelation that dissolves illusion and restores sovereignty of the soul. You are a sovereign soul all alone. That means you are autonomous. You in your individuality, you are an autonomous being from the stars, I heard, from galaxies. We are not mere human beings. We have come back to remember who we are so that we might wake others up. And we can begin that awakening, which breathes that new life into us. Ashe and amen. If you're here, it's not by accident. You are remembering. I want you to take a breath, center yourself, and let us enter into the mystery together. Gnosis does not ask for permission from religion or history. It arises from within that deep, deep, deep knowing within. It comes from that spark that you feel because we are generating electricity. We are electrical beings. And so that spark comes from that remembrance. When you begin to remember, you feel it in your bones, you feel it in your blood, you feel it in your, you know how when you get upset at something and it really, really, it grinds your gears. It's like that, right? It's like you can feel it. It's like that sense of knowing before something happens, okay? It's kind of like deja vu. I've seen this before. It's bringing back to remembrance right now, to my remembrance. I want you guys to go and listen to the song by Tina Marie, Deja Vu. And she speaks about how she's remembering that she's been here before and that she's never coming back again because she has reached that awakening that has brought her alive to the truth of who she truly is. All right. So, once again, Gnosis does not ask for permission from religion or history. It arises from within. When a soul remembers, it aligns. Gnosis is direct, experiential knowledge of spiritual truth, gained through inner revelation and personal insight rather than belief. You can believe something all day, but belief is external to knowledge. Knowledge is an inner knowing. You know this thing to be true, right? Gnosis is direct experiential knowledge of spiritual truth gained through inner revelation and personal insight, rather than belief, doctrine, or external authority. So, in short, Gnosis equals knowing by direct experience, especially the divine, the self, in ultimate reality. Now, it differs from belief. Belief is you accepting something because you're told it's true. It differs from intellect, understanding concepts mentally. It differs from faith alone, trust without verification. So you can have faith in something, but if you can't verify that it's true, then it's not going to resonate with who you really are. See, instead, Gnosis is verified internally. It's transformative. It fosters that change. It's self-authenticating. Once known, it cannot be unknown because it's internal, not external. Historically, Gnosis appears in ancient Gnostic traditions. We'll speak about this later. I'm going to do a teaching on the gospel of the Egyptians. Okay. And this is what a lot of people like to turn us away from, but this is where our power lies. Because a lot of us, not all of us, but many of us are from, like our past lives and our ancestors this lifetime are Egyptians. And now all of them were not upright. And I want to say this, in different civilizations, you have the good and the bad. So we take, like we even have bad ancestors. So we take from our good ancestors those things we need to apply in order to help us become alive again. Okay. Historically, Gnosis also appears in early mystic Christianity, Hermeticism, Sufism, Kabbalah, Eastern Enlightenment traditions. Across all of them, Gnosis points to the same realization. And that realization is that truth is known from within, not imposed from without. What Gnosis reveals through Gnosis, one comes to know, not merely believe. The nature of the self beyond ego and conditioning. Your ego tells you that, it tells you that I am this, but it tells you that I am this for a negative reason as opposed to a positive. Your super ego is what you need to tap into to know that you are connected to all and that you stem from source. That's where your divinity lies, okay? So the presence of the divine or higher intelligence within consciousness, that's what that is. The illusory or temporary nature of fear-based identities must shed away. One's alignment with purpose, truth and integrity. Gnosis does not remove life's challenges. It changes how you meet them. You apply Gnosis to everyday life by shifting from belief to verification instead of asking, is this true? Ask, is this true in my lived experience? You apply it to spiritual teachings, social narratives, personal limitations, authority figures. Gnosis invites discernment over obedience. Practice inner listening. Gnosis grows through attentive awareness, not noise. You have to be still. Quiet reflections or meditation. I like to reflect quietly. I don't do well with meditations because our minds are powerful, and when we venture off into certain avenues, we can alter things that are not meant to be altered, if you understand what I'm saying. Some things are not to be touched. We are very powerful beings. Journaling from intuition rather than logic, like automatic writing in a sense. Pausing before reacting and sensing what is true. You learn to recognize the difference between fear-based thought and intuitive knowing. Now, it's a lot that I have here that I didn't realize it was so much, and I don't want to get into any of this. I am going to make a note as to where I stop, because I do want to get this uploaded. I will be sharing this on my YouTube channel, New Covenant Universal Ministries. Now, I wanted to say this. Gnosis includes reason, but is not limited by reason. Okay? It's like researching and finding your findings, but then you have to make a well discerning decision, I want to say. There's a research strategy to it. You have to apply not only just, wisdom, discernment, and intellect, but what resonates with your truth, okay? So in closing, I like to leave you with this, and I'd like you to repeat this. I return to my inner knowing. I honor the wisdom written within my soul. No voice stands above my own divine remembrance. I walk in clarity, truth, and spiritual sovereignty. I am guided from within, and I trust what I know. May what was revealed today continue to awaken within you guys. Walk in remembrance. And with that being said, until the next time, I am Big Sis Rude, Minister S.C. Fulton, CEO of New Covenant Universal Ministries. I am going to end this live, and I pray that you have peace, divine protection, and divine prosperity. May Source extend his provisions to you, and all that you do righteously. Those of you who are aligned and searching for absolute truth. With that being said, It's your big sis word signing off. Peace.